once the truth is revealed in any way, reincarnation is part of the amazing culture of Hinduism, which has come over thousands of years of the different unveilings of the great rishis. It is not one prophet, maybe thousands of them. Each shed another light on the same thing, showing the same truth. So eventually it got, in a way, summed up in a more accessible way through the Bhagavad Gita. And reincarnation is part of that system, that basically it says there is no escape from what you are thinking, what you are intending, what you are doing. In other words, you are accountable. So within that culture, it says, if you're not careful, you will come back as a dog. I was once talking to a great rishi on that. He says, look, he's a very wealthy man in New York, but his life revolves around the wife's order and the Pekingese he has. He has 2 dogs. Immediately when he comes home, he has to take them for a nice walk and look after them and love them. So he said, this husband next life will be reincarnated as a dog, because he's not having as good a time as the dog. So it's part of a culture. In the case of Islam, which came much later, and in a way simpler, it says you will be given your account. There will come a situation where anything that existed, all human beings will be gathered, and each one will be shown what they really did, disguised as a charity worker, as a do-gooder. The fellow collected, he was the biggest thief. Trainloads of stuff were taken from China to 9 different museums. Why? Because he couldn't keep them anymore. So you create a museum and it becomes his name in the museum. Who are you kidding? It is your greed for collecting antiques that got you into this position. Now you say, I'm charitable, I'm giving it to the nation. Meaning other people have to look after it. I've had enough of it. I don't want them anymore. So, reincarnation, all of these are metaphors to tell us nothing escapes. Watch out here and now. Don't kid yourself, you will suffer. Meaning, the soul, which is a perfect light, as a bundle, will carry the traces of your secret desires, hopes, anxieties, all of that. It will carry traces of it. Because the soul itself is pure, is divine. But it carries traces after death. If those traces are released, then your life, you go with cheerfulness into the next life. Very few people ever attain that. Most people have a bit of it, and that's why the Quran says, many of them, وَالْتَفَّتِ السَّاقُ بِالسَّاقِ. One leg goes up, they don't want to leave. وَإِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ يَوْمَئِذٍ الْمَسَاقِ. Because you have not rendered your account. You've not expressed it all. You say, look, this is how it is. Please excuse me all. I wanted his money, I wanted his wife, I wanted his car, the other car. What is on earth? Because you are discontent. Why you're discontent? Because you are caught in the whirlwind of shadow chase. Until you get so exhausted and you say, take it all. Then you are beginning. Then it is فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانْصَبْ, the Quran says. And when you have emptied out completely, now you are qualified to stand to declare Allahu Akbar. Before that was a bit of a habit, a good habit, to dispel bad habits. That's why when the time comes, you have to give up whatever and do. It's annoying, it's actually quite inconvenient. The time of the adhan, you're halfway through this. It's good to learn to stop. What if the air goes in, will not come out? Are you ready for that stoppage? If you're not practiced, that's all what it is. So, the entire issue of reincarnation, account, hisab, hell, paradise, these are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful teachings to prepare us for a zone that the Quran also describes. Those who are in paradise, they say, هَذَا مَا أُوتِينَا مِنْ قَبْلِ. We've already experienced paradise on earth. And the Quran continues. It says these people who have had experience of paradisical state, meaning no desire, no anxiety, no fear, no sorrow, they say, as the Quran says, رَبَّنَا أَتْمِمْ لَنَا نُورَنَا. We only want the light of lights. We don't want any more paradise and hur and big breasts or small breasts. What is all this? These are metaphors for the people who are deprived of this world. A poor fellow, he spent his monthly saving and so on in order to go to a Bollywood film, to imagine that he may be the hero with 200 big-breasted women running after him. What is all this? This is at a very low level of marsupial life, which is